Is everyone watching the screen?
Yes, yes. I can see it clearly.
Well, I start. Well,
Go ahead.
hello, Professor. Our names are now Soria, Brenda,
Guillermo Nahuel Soria here.
um, Brenda, Getty, and Magdalena Con. We want to start talking about our experiences. Um, in my case, I've been correcting my previous assignment. The most difficult, I think it was related to the process. It was a bit difficult to find in what moment we have to put the short pauses. The long ones are easier for me, but the short ones are quite difficult. Also, it's difficult for me to identify where to put the different vowels, especially with the ah sound and the schwas. I think that was the most difficult. That's my case.
Um, I agree with Magdalena, as she well said. Um, it was quite difficult to identify the pauses. It also it was also difficult for me. I also checked my previous assignments, and and it was easy for me to identify the long ones, but not the short ones. I think that's also related to like like the intonation, like when you are reading, sometimes you can, according to the intonation, can give it, you can give like a meaning or a weight to the word, and you can, and according to it, a pause should be placed or not, etc. Uh, anyway, that on one side. On the other side, I like before it was difficult for me to identify, like to know the where the linking are, um, uh, was right. Now this topic is clearer for me. It's I, I struggle a little bit when identifying it, but it's okay. Now about Dark L, and also full aspiration of 40 plosives. Those features are, I understand them much better. Uh, it's quite easy for me to identify them, and yeah, that's pretty much all. I think I have improved a lot, and will continue.
Yeah, I go on. Yes, I can see well. I am Brenda. I will talk about my experience. I have checked the assignment, and I believe I have some difficulties to identify the 40 plus and try looking. Sometimes I believe I have problems with the context vowel, and I need to practice more. But I think it's not difficult to identify the dark alphone, the red alphone, and well, I think that's all for now.
Okay, Brenda, then try to speak up because I think your voice is a bit low. Well, shall we start with the transcription?
Yes.
Well, we have the yellow marks, which are the strong forms. Well, and also the one that is quite blue are the schwa sounds. I don't know if anyone else wants to help me telling the colors. The pink ones are the closed front vowels, and that's all about the colors. The
Yes.
first, yes,
Yes, I was about proposing to you if you want to start reading from the beginning and stop, like whenever you think it's needed.
okay. Um, we wrote, and now comrades, that that is a strong one. Now comrades, what is the nature of this life of ours? We marked here the short pauses where the original text had the commas. Comrades, nature, life, and ours are marked as strong forms. We also try to identify this by saying and trying to hear when a word was said a bit louder than other ones. What else we have here? A full expiration of 40 plosive between the T and the E in this. Then let us face it. Our lives are miserable. In this part, we have here a closed front vowel, the E. Let's face it. It was a bit difficult here for me at least to identify this. Our lives as a strong form are miserable. Here, miserable is a strong form also. This has a schwa elision, a schwa that could be deleted, like miserable. And we also have here at the last part of the word, yes, we have other allophone with the L. Laborious and short. Laborious as a strong and short also as a strong form. Here, the E, laborious, we also have close front vowel. We are born, we are given just so much food as will keep the breath in our body. Here we have born, given, food, and bodies as a strong form. Also, in both cases of we mark the close front and rounded vowels, and in the preposition in. Does anyone else want to
Okay.
continue?
Yes, I can do it. Thank you. So it says, and those, and here I have to make a stop. Um, about the word those. Right there we have a diphthong, which is all, and basically we mark the letter U, which is a closed back um, rounded vowel, basically. If you pronounce it, those, your lips get rounded, right? That's why. And it continues saying, and those of us who are capable. Now we make another stop here, capable. First of all, this is a full I was pointing it with my hand, not needed. Okay. Okay. If we pay attention to the onset of this war, which is K, we can notice that there's a full aspiration of fourth explosive right there. As we know, these ones, like for this to happen, the first letter of the word has to be ka, ka, ta, or pa, right? And this is the case of it. But something else. At the end of this word, we have a um, dark L, right? Why dark L? In this case, before that letter, there's a vowel, which is the a schwa, basically, right? Um, and and I would say that here we also have a schwa elision, if I remember well, because like on the other way around, the following letter is an L, so that's why. In this case, um, elision happens, right? Okay, I continue. Who are capable of it are forced. In this case, forced. Um, this word has content. As capable. That's another thing I forgot. Capable or also has weight, content. It implies content, right? It's important uh, in this dialogue, in this transcription, right? Okay, forced to work, work. This is another content word, another strong word. To the last atom, right there, atom, another content word, and, and, and that's all, yeah, atom. Okay, the first part, the onset of the war is stressed. I think it's important to mention that. We can also see a schwa sound right there before the letter N, but there's no elision because of the following letter. Yeah, that's fine. So atom of hour, right there, hour. That's another content word, another strong word. And teacher, you could ask us why there's um, that character between the letter U and the letter and the schwa right? Schwa sound. To be honest, before doing the transcription, we had a conversation, and this just came up. Is the doubt about this, and we just checked it on the Lockman dictionary, and it appeared. So we decided to include it, even though we haven't read it yet. We haven't had it as part of the theory. So you can explain to us later on. It would be appreciated. Something else. This is about the beginning of this word. We have another. Um, yeah, I would also mention that about the letter U. That's another closed back rounded vowel. Hour, ow. Oh, there's a diphthong. That word, ow, ow. And yeah, I continue. And it says strength. That's another content word. You know, when I did this, when I transcribed that word, first of all, I thought, okay, there's a full aspiration for this plosive, but not, because we know that this just happens at the beginning of the syllable. And we know that that's the onset, so uh, it's not that. So we just consider it as a strong word, as a content word. After this, it says, and and the very instant, and this is related to what I said at the beginning of this recording, um, about the intonation. Why? Why? Because in this case, when we read it, it personally gives me a sense of importance. You know, very instant. Like it's strong. So we consider them strong words, strong content. Both of them imply content, right? And now about the second word, instant, um, that E, we consider it as closed front and rounded vowel. Because if you pronounce it instant, it's like I'm gonna get closer to the camera for you to see me clear. It's like instant. It's like I mean your our lips doesn't get rounded, but open, right? Wider in a way. So that's why we consider it as that. Okay, and it says that our um, usefulness. Now about usefulness, in the middle of you, first of all, it's a content war. It's important, right? Uh, it implies importance in this content, and in the middle of this word, we can see a schwa sound. Um, but not only that, there's also oh no. I was about saying that there's also a dark L, but not. It happens at the end of a word. So we have a schwa, schwa vowel, and schwa elision. Yeah, the following word is an N. Okay, and it says has come to an end. We are slaughtered of residuos, right? Slaughtered with hideous cruelty. And in this case, hideous and cruelty are two words which imply importance as well. So these are strong words, content words. About hideous specifically, in its onset, we have another close front unrounded vowel, right? If we pronounce it, he. Our lips doesn't get rounded, but wider, right? Wider than normal. And about cruelty, um, that's all. It's a it's a content war. Cruelty. Um, yeah.
Well, I go
Would
on,
you like to continue? Rene?
go on with the next part. In, in the word thinking, now the back vowel you. Now, no animal is a strong word where we have traditional and the dark alpha animal. In England is the concept for England. Now we have the back vowel U. Now when we say now, the meaning is the context word and there is low strong vowel E. Meaning. Meaning of happiness. Happiness I have the dub is happiness we see the trilishan A but the back E is low strong vowel. Is the low strong vowel. Pleasure is the context word. I see some word After T, in the word T, T is the close, I, sorry, close from vowel. T is the year own, year own. We have a deep tone in the word own and the vowel and the bad vowel U. Now it's the same case on my first part. mm, We can see the, I'm sorry, we can see the bad vowel U, animal. We have the dark alpha L, L, and then visualization in the final part. No animal is misery. Misery, in the word misery, we have the close from vowel E, visualization, misery, or I don't know, and slavery. Slavery is the strong word. We see the visualization N, and the final part, the close from vowel E. That is a strong word, strong form. That is the word plane. The word plane, I see that word with the, like an example of particular principles of aspiration. But in the final part, we see it with the, this is the close from vowel. And truth is the strong form. That's all for my part.
Okay.
My topic,
Yes, Elena. You want to say
Okay.
something else?
¿se terminó la grabación?
No. If, does anyone else wants to add something else?
Sorry, I was was trying to understand what was going on. No, not for me. Not questions. I
I don't
think it
have,
was quite clear. Yeah.
I believe I gave the example of plane because I saw that word with an, like an example of horticulture. For eso that's the reason I say that plane to see horticulture.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was our assignment. We did our best effort. So I think this is the end of the recording.
Okay. Bye.
Dai, finissimo, ciao. Ciao.
Vale.